Yeah, dear teachers, in this video I'm going to explain about Zoom features. After installing Zoom application in your laptop or computer, a shortcut icon will be appear on the desktop screen. You can able to see on my desktop screen there is a Zoom application icon. You can click on the Zoom application icon. Then Zoom application window will be open. On this window you can see on the top home, chat, meetings, contacts. First I am going to discuss about home tab. Under home tab you can see there are four options given. The first one is new meeting, second join, third schedule, fourth share screen. So here the first one, new meeting. If you click on the new meeting, a new meeting ID will be generated and the new meeting ID password also will be generated. If you don't want to generate new meeting ID and password, you can click on this icon where there is a small drop down button. Click on that. You can able to see here start with video and use my personal meeting ID. If you don't want to generate new meeting ID, you can select this option use personal meeting ID to start your meeting. If it is disabled, then automatically when you click on the new meeting option, then new meeting ID will be generated and new meeting ID password will be generated. And you can see here the first option is start with video. So if you want to show your video on the screen, you can enable this option like stop video, start video. So this if you want to enable, you can enable, or if you want to disable, you can disable. And you can see here your personal meeting ID is showing. When I place the mouse pointer on the ID, there will be a three sub options are displaying here. First one is copy ID. If you click on copy ID, your personal meeting ID number will be copied. If you select copy invitation, after scheduling your meeting, whatever the timing you have given and your ID and password, that all meeting details will be copied when you select this option. It means after scheduling, if you want to copy your meeting details, you can click on this option copy invitation. Then you can send to the students or to whomever you want to send the meeting details, you can send to them. The third option is personal meeting ID settings. Click on the personal meeting ID settings, and in this personal meeting ID settings you can able to see your personal meeting ID number and your password. If you want to change your password, you can change. And video, so video you must on from the host side, and the participants also they have to on their videos. And you can see here downside advanced options. First one is enable waiting room. Enable waiting room means when students are joining the class, it shows a pop-up message on screen, admit seeing waiting room. So you can click on the admit button, then the students can join your class. If it is disabled, you cannot able to see the students whether they are in waiting room or not. That pop-up message will not be displayed. So this must be enabled so that we can able to see them. When the students are joining, a pop-up message will be appear. And the second option is enable join before host. Enable join before host means before starting the meeting, if the students want to join, if you enable this option, students they can able to join. See, enable join before host means until and unless if the host is not started the meeting, we are not going to allow any students to join the class. So we don't want to enable this option. If you enable before starting the meeting by the host, students can join the class. So we are not going to allow them to join the class before starting the class by the host. Right, next third option is mute participants upon entry. Means if you enable this option, when the students join the class, automatically their audio is going to be mute. Then last option is automatically record meeting on the local computer. If you want to record your meeting, automatically the class will be recording, your meeting will be recorded. Hope you understood these four options. So last option is automatically record meeting on the local computer. So if you enable this option, your meeting is automatically going to be record. So these are the options. After selecting these options, you can click save. So the next one, join. You know that if you want to join any meeting, whoever is conducting, you have to click on join and you have to enter the meeting ID and password. And the third option is schedule. If you want to schedule your meeting, whenever you want to take the meeting, if you want to schedule in advance, you can select and schedule option, and here you can rechange if you want to change your name and the start on which day you want to schedule your meeting. You can select the date, and here timing, at what time you are going to take the meeting or scheduling the meeting, you can select the time, and how much time your meeting is going to be taken, that you can mention here 1 hour, 2 hours, or 1 hour 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 45 minutes, according to your choice you can take. And here you know the time zone, it is automatically Indian time, and either you can select Mumbai, Kolkata, New Delhi, Indian Standard Time. And here the next comes to the meeting ID details, generate automatically. If you enable this option, then automatically your meeting ID will be changed and password also will be changed. So we don't want to change our meeting ID. So here we want to use one permanent meeting ID, so you have to select personal meeting ID. We don't want to generate automatically, right? So why? Because if you generate meeting ID automatically, every time the meeting ID will be changed, so students may confuse always if the meeting ID is changing. So let it be this personal meeting ID. We want to use the personal meeting ID same. So here password, we know that. These all options we have discussed earlier. Calendar. So we don't want to discuss this about the calendar options. Then click schedule. And here you can see the last option, share screen. So however we are sharing the screen during the class time, the same way here there is an options. So here you can see one drop down button. If you click on this drop down button, here share computer sounds. So this must be enable. This must be enable. If it is disable, you cannot able to means if it is disable, if you are playing any audio or video, students they cannot able to hear the sound of the video or the audio. Once again I am repeating, if this share computer sounds option is disabled, but if you are playing audio or any video, the students they are not able to hear the sound. So this must be enable. So these are the four options under the home tab. So hope you understood this. So the next I am going to continue with the another option, that is uh, meetings. So this short option I am going to explain later. So let me discuss about the meetings. Yeah, under the meetings tab, here you can see start, copy invitation, edit. So if you want to start your meeting, click on start, or if you want to copy your meeting details, you can click on the copy invitation, or you can see here downside show meeting invitation. So after scheduling your meeting, the information you can able to see here, and you can copy this information and you can send to the students also, or you can click on the copy invitation, the same information will be copied and you can send to the students about your meeting details. And you can see left side here upcoming meetings, means the scheduling meetings you can able to see here in the screen here, and recorded meetings. If you click on this, you can able to see the recorded meetings will be information will be displayed over here. Okay. right. And here you can able to see there is a one more option. You can, yeah, the plus icon is for scheduling your meeting. So we have already discussed how to schedule the meeting under the home tab, right. So the same feature is available here. If you click on this plus icon, you can see scheduling meeting. So the further rest of the few options we don't want. Scheduling meeting, you already knows that when you click on the scheduling meeting, same screen will be displayed, right. Next, here you can see there is an edit option. If you click on the edit option, the same your personal meeting ID and your password, if you want to change your password, you can able to see on this screen. And these all options we have already discussed in the home tab, right. And here copy invitation, if you want to send your meeting ID and password, you can click on the copy invitation and you can send to your students. And here start option, if you want to start your meeting, you can click on the start meeting. So let me start the meeting. Join with the computer audio, right. Here you can see the left side audio settings, and see here when the students are joining, it is showing pop-up message, that also we have discussed. And here you can see audio settings in the left side. Here you can check your speaker audio settings and all. Here you can see microphone, same as system, and select speaker. This is about select a microphone. If you are using headphones, you have to check, you have to select microphone. And if you are even you have to select the speakers also, okay. And here you can check test speakers, whether your microphone and the speakers both are working or not. Click on the test speakers and you can check here. And here you have to select microphone and click finish. So, and the second option is, you can see here stop video, start video. If you click, the video will be stop. If you click again, the video will be on. Under stop or start video, you can see integrated web camera will be on. And here video settings that we are going to discuss later. And here you can see there is an option security. If you click on the security, you can see here first option lock meeting. So once the students joined, if you want to lock your meeting, you can select lock meeting. So if you lock your meeting, the remaining students, they cannot able to join. And here second option, enable waiting room. If the students are joining the class, it shows a pop-up message like previous how the pop-up message is displayed, the same way here it will be displayed. This must be enabled. And here second another option is allow participants to. This is very important, allow participants to. So here allow participants to share screen. If you enable this option, students, they can share their mobile screen. If they are using Zoom application through mobile, they may share their screen, right. And they may share different images or whatever they want to share, they can share. So this must be disabled. So until and unless if the students do not take the permission from you, you should not enable this share screen option. This must be disabled. Students, they must take the permission from you if they want to share the screen. And next to chat. So allow participants to chat, right. Students, if they want to chat with the host, they can chat. And here there is a one more condition, students, they should not chat themselves. So that also I am going to explain. This must be enabled, otherwise if the students are sending messages, you cannot able to see. This must be enabled. So rename themselves. So if you enable this option, after joining the students, they may change their names. So this must be disabled. If you are asking to them to change their name, if they keep any other name instead of their name, you can tell them rename the name rename the students, and here you can see unmute themselves. So if you disable this option, students they may unmute themselves. And here when I click participants, you can see the right side. So here there is no participants. Let me join myself. Yeah, here you can see the right side, the students are joining. If the students are joining, you can admit them. And here you can see when I click on participants, here the bottom right side, invite, mute all, and you can see there is a 3 dots. If you click mute all, then all students are going to be mute. So when we click on mute all, then automatically all the students are going to be mute. Or else you can see here right side there is a 3 dots. Click on 3 dots. When I click on 3 dots, there is a list of options displayed. Mute participants upon entry. The moment when the students join the meeting, automatically their audio is going to be mute. Next, allow participants to unmute themselves. So if you are taking any quiz or if you are going to solve the practice worksheet, you can use this option, allow participants to unmute themselves, and they can give the answers for the questions what you are asking. If you want to disable, you can disable it. If you don't want to give the permission to unmute themselves, you can disable this option. And allow participants to rename themselves. Here, if you allow the participants to rename themselves, they may change their names also. Or you can ask them if they put any other name instead of their names, you can ask them to rename their names. And here the fourth option is play, enter, exit, chime. This is about when the students joined, the moment it gives some sound. Even if the any student leave the meeting, it gives a sound, so that we can understand that the student somebody's left the meeting. So in between the class, during the class time, some students without taking permission, they may leave the meeting. So we can find out those students by enabling this option. It gives a beep sound so that we can understand that some students left the class. This must be enabled. Here enable waiting room, that we know that this must be enabled. Lock meeting, if you want to lock your meeting, you can lock your meeting. And here you can see when I place the mouse pointer on the participants, here there is a two options are displaying, ask to unmute and more. If the students muted themselves, you can click on the ask to unmute, or click on here there is an option more. When you click on more, you can see stop video, make host, rename, put in waiting room, remove. If you want to remove, you can remove, or if you want to put them in waiting room, you can put them in waiting room. If you want to rename, you can rename them. Their name also you can rename it if you know their name. And if you want to make them host, you can make host. And here in this list one more option will be displayed, that is about allow record. If you want to allow the students to record the class, you can give them permission. So here I am using Microsoft Windows 7 operating system, and there is some of the features are not working in this application due to the system related features. This is 32-bit operating system, so that is why some of the features are not working in this. But if you want to allow the students to record themselves, here it will be display allow recording. You can give them permission. And here there is a next option, chat. If you click on chart, a chart dialog box opened, and here you can see everyone, and whoever the participants are joined, those all participants list also will be displayed here. And if you want to send a personal message to them, you can click on them and you can send message to them. And right side, bottom right side, you can see file option. Click on the file option, a list of options open, and in that first one is Microsoft OneDrive. If you are having Microsoft account, and in Microsoft OneDrive if you have any files, you can upload files from the Microsoft OneDrive and you can send to the students. And the second option is Google Drive. If you have any files in your Google Drive, from the Google Drive also you can upload and you can send to the students. And the Zoom box, so this we are not going to use this. So the last option is your computer. From your computer, if you want to upload any files, you can click on your computer and select the file, whatever your file you want to upload, you can select and you can click open. Then the file will be uploaded and you can send to the students. And here you can see right side there will be a three dots. Click on the three dots, and here it is a list of options open, and in this the first option is save chart. If you click on save chart, automatically whatever the discussion is happened between the between the teacher and the students, that entire chart will be saved. You can see here chart is saved and show in folder. If you click on show in folder, then the folder will be displayed, and whatever the discussion is happened in between the teacher and the student, and the chart will be chart information will be saved. And there is a feature auto save, that option also we can able to set. I'll discuss that option later. And here you can see participate can chart with. So here if it is disabled, participant can chat with no one, means even teacher also can't able to send message, and students cannot able to see that messages, and even students also. This must be disabled. This must be disabled. And here host only. So host only means when the students are sending messages, only the teacher can able to see the messages. Students themselves, they cannot able to send messages. So this must be enabled, so that students are not going to send messages to any other friends, or themselves they cannot able to send a messages. So only host can able to see the messages, and the students has to send messages to only to the for the teacher. And here everyone publicly means students they can send their messages themselves, and they will not concentrate on the teaching. So this must be disabled. And merge to meeting window, so it means this pop-up window will be merged into the meeting window. Look at here, this will be merged in the meeting window. If you want to bring it out, click on this drop down button and click pop out. So in this manner you can able to merge into the meeting window also, right? And the next option is here share screen. Before going to discuss about the share screen, here I am going to discuss about the record. You can see record option. If you click on the record button, then your class is going to be record from this point. See here on the top, recording is going on. If you want to pause, you can pause, or if you want to stop, you can stop. Here I wanted to tell you one point. Once your class is finished, if you click end button, automatically it is asking to let me click end meeting. You can able to understand that. So now a pop-up message appear, and it is going process, and your video is going to be converted, and it is showing your video is converted. You can see here your video is converted. Then so it means until and unless if you do not click end option, the video is not going to be converted. So here better you don't need to click this option here. After sharing your screen, whatever the concept you want to explain, you can open that file, then you can able to use record option that I am going to discuss now. click on the share screen, and if you click on the screen option here, then entire desktop screen is going to be shared. So whatever the file, whatever the video, whatever action you are doing, that everything can be visible to the student. Click on this and select share screen. Before going to click on share screen, if you want to show any video and audio also has to be listened by the students, so you must enable this option, share computer sound, and optimize screen sharing for video clip. So this also, if you want to enable, you can enable this and click share. You can minimize this and you can able to see entire my desktop screen. Here you can see there is a right side, there is a more option. If you click on more option, after sharing, there is a more option in the right side. When you place the mouse pointer on the right side, a list of options is displayed. So here you can see chart. If you click on chart, a chart pop-up window will be opened. So in this chart you can send a message to the students, or sometimes when you keep all the students in mute, they may send or they may ask doubts through chat box. So in between the class, sometimes you have to go to this more option and you have to check whether the students are sending any messages or not, or whether they are asking doubts. You have to check. And the second option is record. So here, before going to click on record, whatever the concepts you want to explain, you can keep on screen and you can click record and you can explain your concepts. If you want to record your classes, here after sharing your screen, you can use this option to record your class. Next, after recording, in between if you want to pause, you can click pause option. Here pause option or resume option will be displayed, or pause or resume option will be displayed. You can use that in between if you want to pause or if you want to resume. And here allow participants to annotate, or if you here you do not allow participants to annotate. Why? Because if it is not disabled, students they may scribble on page and they may use pencil or different colors and they may scribble on pages. They may disturb the teachers. So this must be disabled. And here show names of annotators. If you want to see the students, those who are scribbling on page, if you want to see their names, you can select this option, show names of annotators. And hide video panel. So hide video panel means whoever joined the class, those all the students videos will be displayed in on the screen. If you click hide, then the audio that all the students videos will be hide. If you click again show video panel, then the videos of all the students including host, everything will be displayed over here. And next, share computer sound, and this option, okay, this is okay. And next here you can see the second option, remote control. Sometimes to students they may send a message they want to operate your computer. Some of the smart kids, they may send messages to access your computer also. So this remote control access we should not give to the students. If you click auto accept all requests, then students they may use your laptop or your computer and they may open any files and they may access your computer also. So this you should not use this option, you should not give permission to the students. Here annotate. So here there is many options. If you want to use these all options, teachers can use that. They want to type text, they can use that, or they want to select the text, they can use select text option, or if they want to draw, they can use these all options to draw on the screen, or they can explain. And spotlight, if they want to highlight any points, use the spotlight option. Eraser and format, they can change the colors, and to go backward action undo, and to go forward action redo. And if they want to clear all drawings, they can select these all options. So if they want to save, they can click on save option. And here pause, share, or if you want to share any other screen, you can click on new screen and you can new share, and you can share the another screen. Here you can see the number of participants, and here you can see if they want to if you want to put them in a waiting room, or you can click put in waiting room, or if you want to rename it you can rename, or if you want to make them host you can make host. If you want to remove also, ask to start video here also, or here also you can ask them to start video. And here security, we have already discussed about the security. And here stop video, mute. So these all points so we have discussed.